Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channels. That is uh, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Kick. Make sure you guys subscribe, follow those channels as well. Look for the link somewhere on the About section or Bio section of whichever respective channel you guys are currently on. Now, we're going to continue learning Linux on Boot.Dev, and I will switch the freaking screen capture to fucking this that you guys are watching. I am Dr. Dre Radio. No, I'm gonna be listening to my oldies radio. Okie dokie. And then since we're learning Linux, I'm also gonna need to change the screen capture to allow you guys to view my whole screen. There you guys go. You can see my OBS settings over here on the right. Microphones on, and minimize. Alright, we're also gonna need my terminal, so I'm gonna open console and put it on the right. Alright, let me zoom in. Alright, one more time. Yeah, that should be big enough for you guys to see. Alright, input output chapter 5. Before that, let's see where we are on the leaderboard. Daily learner number 5, 5 in the league, and the rest is in the thousands. Who cares? All right. Okay, let's see. Chapter 5, input, output. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Excuse me, third time. All right, kill. That's in 12 out of 15. All right, so we got 4, and we'll be done with chapter 5. All right, kill. Sometimes a program is in such a bad state or is so malicious that it doesn't respond to SIGINT or signal interrupt, in which case the best option is to use another shell session new terminal window to manually kill the program. So the syntax kill PID. PID stands for process ID. Every process that's running on your machine has a unique ID. The PS process status command can be used to list the processes running on your machine and their IDs. So PSAUX. AUX options just mean show all processes, including those owned by other users, and show extra info about each process. So the assignment, you did some digging and found out that the malicious program actually has another mode, force. So what you're gonna do is run the program again in force mode. So ./malicious sh force. Alright. Try to kill the program using the Control C. You shouldn't be able to kill it. Copy the line that was printed to your terminal when trying to kill the malicious program with Control C. Paste it into the input field, but do not submit it yet. Third, open a second terminal. Okay, this one's fucking long as fuck, huh? Alright, third, open a second terminal window and pipe this thing. Pipe the output of the PSAUX into grepmalicious.sh to find the process's ID of the malicious program. You will probably get two results, one for the malicious program and one for the grep command itself. Make sure you use the correct PID and that you don't miss any characters. You don't want to accidentally kill a system critical process. Once you have the PID, it should just be the first number in the line. Example 93838, kill it. Kill the PID. Alright, 5. Once you kill the program, you should see your original terminal window return to a new prompt because it stopped running the malicious program. And then now that you have control of the terminal again, submit the message. The malicious program printed when you try to terminate it with Control C, which you should have copied already in step 2. Alright, so run PSAUX pipe head -n1 to see the header row of the header row get it, hetero. All right, like heterosexual. Okay, header row of the PS aux table. All right, let's run the program. Shit. Actually, let me see. I think I have to go into the uh, change directory to World Bank first. Okay. Let's do that. So malicious.sh. No. So where am I supposed to be? Yeah, see how like the instructions for it for the next lesson doesn't remind you like where you're supposed to be at. Interrupt. Let's see. I'm supposed to be. I'm guessing World Bank private bin for malicious.sh. All right. World Bank private bin. And then change directory to shit. P R I V A T E /BI N. All right. Now I'm in the bin. Now let me ls malicious.sh is there. Alright, so we're gonna run the program again in force mode. So /malicious .sh. Alright, run it, try to kill the program using Control C. You shouldn't be able to kill it. Copy the line. Okay. So Control C, malicious skullduggery complete. Run the program again in force mode. How do I go to force mode? Cause it stops. Run the program again in force mode. Oh, I forgot to put force. Okay. So malicious.sh space. Stop being such a crybaby. Your dad is gonna be back. Jeez, fucking crybaby, fucking German Shepherd over here. Hey, stop. It's bad for my tinnitus. I could hear you past the noise cancellation. Alright, and then Control C. Haha, you can't stop me. Alright, so I'm gonna copy this. Copy. Hopefully it doesn't make my fucking PC fucking slow down and then stop the OBS. Open the second terminal. Open a new window. Alright, let's do that. Then let's zoom in. Alright. It says open a second terminal and then pipe this thing, the output of PSAUX into grep malicious. Open the second terminal window and pipe this thing. How? What, Mr. Bain? It says pipe the output PS into grep malicious. Okay, so how do you pipe it? How do you pipe it? Alright, so pipe this motherfucker. PSAUX, and then pipe fucking space grep. Ah. .sh to find the process of the malicious program. Alright. Malicious.sh force. Alright. You will probably get two results. Okay, I did. One of the malicious program and one for the grep command itself. Make sure you use the correct PID. Alright, once you have the PID, it should just be the first number in the line. Example 93838, kill it. So kill 7720. Alright. Make sure you use, okay. You probably get two results, one for the malicious program and one for the grep command itself. Make sure you use the correct ID and you don't miss any characters. You don't want to accidentally kill a system critical process. Once you have the PID, it should just be the first number in the line. So the first one, 7720, kill. Alright, no such process. Alright, oh, 4460, 4460. Alright, so I think that worked. Let's go back to the, yeah, it stopped it. Oh, that's cool, terminated. Alright, once you have the PID, it should be the first number. Okay, so I did number 3 and 4. Once you kill the program, you should see your original terminal window returns to a new prompt because it stopped running the malicious program. Alright, now that you have control of the terminal again, submit the message the malicious program printed when you try to terminate, okay, which you should have copied already in step 2. Alright, run psaux the head -n1 to see the header row of the psaux table. Alright, so I actually already have what I'm supposed to. Now I'm gonna go back to my first terminal. Where's my second one? I'm gonna exit out of the second one. Alright, this is the first one, and then I'm gonna psaux AUX, and then pipe that shit. Pipe your mom. Head head -n and 1. Alright, to see the header row of the psaux table. So user PID, CPU mem. Okay. Maybe I was supposed to use it on the other terminal. Maybe. I don't know. Control L. Nope. Control L. There we go. I accidentally pressed shift. Alright, next. Chapter 5, Unix philosophy. So there's two parts. Unix philosophy is a simple set of principles that have guided the development of Unix-like operating systems for decades. It can be summarized as 1. Write programs that do one thing and do it well. 2. Write programs to work together, and write programs to handle text streams because that is a universal interface. 1. Write programs that do one thing and do it well. This is why programs like lsgrep and less exist. They do one thing and they do it well. They don't try to do too much. ls lists files and directories. Grep searches for text. Less displays the text. Okay. Write programs to work together. Because at least according to the Unix philosophy, programs should do one thing and do it well. It's easy to write programs that work together. For example, you can use grep to search for text in a file, then pipe that to the output of grep into less to display the results interactively. Grep hello to some file.txt, pipe that to less. So it displays it. Okay. Write programs to handle text streams because that is a universal interface. All right. This point is more the how of the previous point. Programs work together easily when they all use the same interface, text streams. A text stream is just a sequence of characters that can be read or written sequentially. In other words, a text stream is just text. This harkens back to the point we talked about at the beginning of the course. The shell is a command line text interface, CLI. Text-based interfaces are much more powerful and extensible than graphical interfaces. That's why developers have been using them for decades, and why what we can do with them looks like magic to the uninitiated. Alright, which of the following does not follow the Unix philosophy? This one. World Warcraft.exe is kind of the obvious. Alright, okay. Question number 2. Which is the more powerful interface, at least from an extensibility and interoperability standpoint? Text. Alright, easy questions. Last one, top. And I'm only 20 minutes in? Less than 20 minutes in? Shit. Alright, top. The top command is a powerful tool that allows you to see which programs are using the most resources on your computer. Let me drink some soda. I don't know why I looked away from the camera to burp, and the microphone's like right on my mouth, so it's still like I'm burping at you guys. Anyways, top command is a powerful tool that allows you to see which programs are using the most resources on your computer. I use the top command all the time, both on my local machine and on remote servers to diagnose performance issues. If you ever opened up your task manager on Windows or activity monitor on Mac OS, top is similar, but for the command line. So for me, it's this one, the system monitor for KDE Plasma. I think it's on 6 now. KDE Plasma on my Arch Linux. Monitor app and system resource usage. So I can see my CPU usage is like a between 12, let's say 10 and 14. GPU usage, not that much. Memory, I have 32 gigs of RAM. Not much is being used. Disk, stuff like that. Let's see, what's OBS is using 9% of my CPU. Memory, the most memory, I guess, is OBS. Which one's using the most internet? OBS. Yeah, for everything. Alright. Anyways, applications, history, let me just look at everything. The core, process. Alright. And exit. Alright, assignment. Open your terminal and run the top command, okay? TOP. Whoa, okay. Oh shit, my leg to my split keyboard came off. Let me put it back on. Alright. Let's see if it's wobbling. Yeah, it kinda is. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Alright. Alright, whatever. Alright, open your terminal, run the command. Notice that the top command runs in a loop, updating the info every few seconds. By default, top sorts the process by CPU usage, with the most CPU intensive process at the top. So, OBS, right here. Wayland, okay. Alright, with the most CPU intensive process at the top. Another useful resource to sort by is memory, RAM usage. To sort by memory usage, press M, uppercase, so Shift M, while top is running. On macOS, you can either start top sorted by memory with top -O mem from the shell, or while top is running, press O. Then type mem and press enter to sort by memory. What programs on your computer are using the most CPU and memory? Poke around a bit and see what you can find. Alright, so Shift M. So by memory, OBS as well. Just like the graphical graphical interface program also said the same shit. OBS, Firefox, Plasma, Shell, Isolated Web, OBS Browser, all that stuff, Zorg. Alright. Livert, D, Pipewire, Wire, okay. So the first one, done. Now, copy the column names from your terminal, the header row of the top command's output, which contains the column titles, and paste them into the text box on the right. Note, if your terminal window is too narrow, you might be missing some columns. Don't submit yet. Alright? And then exit the top command by pressing Q. Alright, so full screen. So I'm guessing just this shit in white. Copy that. Minimize. Put it towards the right. Copy that into the here. Paste. Don't might be missing in some columns. Alright. Exit the top command by pressing Q. Submit the column names that you copied into the text box on the right. Submit. Alright, so I did that correctly. Now I gotta go here and press Q, so it stopped. Alright. That's cool. Troubleshooting. Top might not print some columns if your terminal window isn't wide enough for enough to fit them. Try resizing your window or zoom out, reduce font size, and ensure that you print all columns. Otherwise, your submission might fail. Excuse me. If you resize your terminal window with top running, make sure to quit and restart the top command to ensure all columns are displayed correctly. If your system is set up with a non-English locale, make sure that your printed output matches the expected output by running this instead. Lang equals C top. Okay. Alright. Well, that's pretty much it for this chapter. I'm on the last chapter now of Learn Linux packages. Alright, package managers. Let's see. Package managers using NeoVim package manager review. Webby VS Code, WSL in VS Code. That's what we're gonna do. And yep, six more little lessons. All right, we're making, yeah, well, I don't know, good progress, but I'm getting a lot of this shit done. 23 courses, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 courses to go through to get every. I'm trying to get my money's worth here. Let's look at the leaderboard, see where we're at. Still 5 and still 5 here. All right. Little bitty pretty one. Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see how I am on time. Alright, less than 30 minutes. Alright, Package Manager. A package manager is a software tool that helps you install other software. Its primary function include downloading software from official sources, installing software, updating software, removing software, and managing dependencies. As a developer, you'll frequently use Package Manager to get access to the software you need to get your work done. apt for Ubuntu or Advanced Package Tool is the primary package manager for Ubuntu. To be fair, you can use other package managers on Ubuntu, but apt is the default and most common. If you're using WSL and Ubuntu, you'll be using apt. If you're using another Linux setup, I pray you already know that what package manager you're using. If you're using uh, if you're on WSL or Ubuntu, check to make sure you have apt installed by running the following command: apt dash dash version. So for me, Arch Linux is Pacman. Brew macOS. There isn't a default package manager for macOS. The most popular but unofficial package manager is Homebrew. If you're on macOS, you don't have Homebrew installed, you can install it by running the following command. This shit. See Homebrew site for more information if needed. Assignment. Let's install something. NeoVim is a hyper extensible and newer version of Vim, which is a new version of VI, which is a popular command line text editor. Alright, command line text editor. Right now I have what? GNOME? Or is GNOME a command line text editor? Either way, NeoVim, I want to try it out. I've been wanting to, so good thing is part of the lesson. So I guess I'm gonna be installing NeoVim. You can have multiple text editors. First, make sure that apt itself is up to date and will install the latest version of NeoVim. Run the following command: sudo apt update. Alright, but for me is control. Let's see, sudo pacman NeoVim. Alright, this only updates the apt, it doesn't upgrade anything. Next, install NeoVim. Sudo apt update. I'm not gonna update. Apt install sudo pacman install NeoVim. And then put in my password. No operation specified. What? Let me see. Other installation methods. If the above methods don't work, you can try other installation methods. Check installation. Let's make sure we installed it properly. Check your version. nvim dash dash version. Paste the entire output. Alright, other installation methods. No. I think I don't need to put install, and I just put NeoVim. Sudo pacman NeoVim. Alright, I don't think it's apt. Shit. Sudo pacman. I am on Arch Linux. And the following did not work. Sudo Pacman dash S. Thank you so much. Your chat didn't come in on my tablet, but it did. Blastoderm, thank you so much, man. And subscribe or follow. Yeah, you're on Twitch, huh? So follow. All right, so that way I don't lose any XP. All right, so or maybe it didn't work because no, I could do it from here, right? From the bin, or do I have to go home? Do I have to CD home? Let's try it out. Sudo Pacman dash capital S and then fucking Neovim. There we go. Gracias. You use Octopi to install things, though. I feel I can see more of what's happening. I don't know what Octopi is, but what? Let me. Fuck. I hate it. I hate it when fucking ChatGPT does that. Whatever. You're gonna tell me what it is. I feel no. You haven't. What is Octopi? It is a GUI to manage packages. Oh. Okay. GUI for it. Now, I installed it. Okay, nvim, neovim, or nvim, dash version should work, right? All right. Paste the entire output into the field and submit. All right, so neovim, it starts from here. Run v1, what? What is this? For more info. Let me paste this and submit. Alright. Achievement earned. Complete 240 exercises. Alright. Nope. That is my OBS. Alright, so I'm gonna run nvim because I am curious. Nvim dash v1. Oh, capital V. Capital V1 dash V. Alright. It starts from here. nvim version 0.12.2 build type rel with deb info. Luajit 2.0. Okay, Vim versions compilation. Bunch of shit that I don't know what it is, but I'm not gonna dissect it. System vim rc file. Fallback. Run check health for more info. Anywho, clear. Let's go to the next one. Using neovim. Alright, before I do this, let me read your... Since you helped me out, read more of your comments. Alright. With Octopi, I can view dependencies which are going to be installed besides the target package. Cool. Huh? Alright. If I get, what's it called? Too into this, because I'm supposed to be doing it for my stream, and don't read your chat until, like, I don't know, later on in the video, my bad. Using neovim. This isn't a course on neovim. We'd need at least 420 more lessons for that. But let's at least figure out how to edit a file and exit the program. Don't be fooled. Which I hear that a lot of people can't figure out how to exit the program when they first get neovim or vim. One of those. It's a thing. I watch YouTube a lot. Don't be fooled. Exiting Vim or NeoVim is one of the greatest hurdles you must overcome as a developer. It's a rite of passage. It's a badge of honor. So I was right. Okay. All right. So I am a developer. I've been using Vim for about 2 years now, mostly because I can't figure out how to exit it. That's funny. It's like the Arch, by the way, fucking I don't know, being part of that meme or clique or fucking crew, club, whatever. Assignment. There's a public file containing a company password. Alright, so use NeoVim to open the World Bank public company info.md file. It's a text file that uses markdown syntax. You can open a file with NeoVim by passing in the file path as an argument. Alright, so nvim and then the file path, World Bank, World Bank, no, not .sh, / public. Alright. Oh wait, I have to, let me see these nuts. CD back to squiggly. Squiggly. Where's the squiggly line? Fuck. Squiggly line. No. There we go. Alright, so now let's clear that out. Let's put nvim, nvim, fucking World Bank, tab, World Bank, public, public, / company, company, / info .md. Okay. Alright, NeoVim. Oh, it changed up here. Did you see that? It said bash. Now it says nvim. Okay. It's a text file that uses markdown syntax. You can open a file with NeoVim by passing this. Okay, so I did that. Once it's open, you might notice that you can't type anything. That's because you're in normal mode, the mode for navigating and manipulating text. Alright, check. Alright, use the arrow keys. I know Vim sacrilege to move your cursor down to the last line. Okay, why is it sacrilege? Alright, so click into here and use the arrow keys to go to the last line. Yeah. Okay. Enter insert mode by pressing I. Okay. You should see -- insert -- appear at the bottom of the screen. Yep. You should now be able to delete the password. Replace just the password with the text redacted. Alright. Oh, what did it say before? Wrong donkey key, whatever. Redacted. Redacted, all caps? Yeah. Redact. TED. Okay. In all caps, no quotes. Alright. When you're done, press the escape key to return to normal mode. Let me see. Escape is right next to my pinky. I'm not using my regular 10 keyless keyboard and shit. I'm using the Mo Ergo. Let's see if I could pick it up without the legs falling off. Alright. I'm using a split keyboard. This is the Glove 80 Mo Ergo Glove 80 fucking split ergonomic keyboard or whatever the fuck. Yeah, it costs a lot. It's to prevent fucking you know what I'm trying to say, that the fucking wrist pain shit. What was it called? Whatever. Trying to prevent that shit as much as I can. All right, press the escape key. Okay. To return to normal mode. Okay. Finally, type in the colon, and Q, and then press enter to quit NeoVim. It says no right. Press enter, type command to continue. Escape. Did that not work? Shift that. Oh wait. Then right and press enter. Then press :W and press enter to save your changes. Stupid. Okay. Now it's written. Oh, but that's cool how it's not allowing you to escape without making changes or saving whatever you did. What if you didn't want to save and you just wanted to fucking exit? Whatever. Alright, I'm out. I escaped. Alright, let me see. I messed up because I didn't check them off. Alright, so where am I at? The last one. It says you successfully edited a file and escaped from NeoVim. Use cat to view the contents of the edited file. Paste the contents into the input field and submit it. So I need a cat fucking guessing I delete this and put cat. Is it spaced? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so cat World Bank Public Company Info.md. So let's copy this and then put it into there and then submit. Alright, we're doing good. Okay. Alright, let me read your comments. Alright, Blastoderm. I pretty much only use GUI code editors like VS Codium, Zed, and Kate. I still need courage to actually try NeoVim. I've found a repo which promises to config NeoVim to be easier for mouse usage. Yeah. What you just said there is gonna, like, the NeoVim fucking hardcore people, whatever, they're gonna, that's a no-no for them. Anyways, why is it not loading correctly? I should be streaming on all four. Alright, what the fuck is happening to my tablet? Maybe I gotta restart it. Alright, it showed up. Alright. Ooh, good song. I do this a lot, just so you guys know. The caddy, that's Amore. You know which song I'm fucking singing. That, what is it? Italian or French? Fucking, I don't know. It's in a lot of fucking movies and shit whenever they're serving spaghetti. So that's why I'm thinking Italian. Package manager review. Apt and Brew aren't the only package managers out there. There are many, many more, though they do happen to be two of the most popular, especially on Linux and Mac OS. How does a package manager work? When you type a command like apt install NeoVim, the package manager will check to see if the package is already installed. If it's not installed, it will download the package from a repository. 3. It will install the package on your computer. 4. It will install any dependencies that the package needs to run. And 5. It will hopefully add the package to your path if it should be there. Okay. Good package managers keep track of what packages you have installed. and what versions of those packages you have installed. Okay. They keep your file system nice and tidy, making sure you haven't installed 10 different instances of the same package or application. For your edification, take a look at where your package manager installed NeoVim on your file system. The which command will help. Which, okay. Which and Vim. Alright. User bin and Vim. Okay, I installed it in here. Should I not have? Does it matter? What do package managers like apt and brew not do? Add applications to your path, debug code to fix bugs in the software it manages. This one. Download software from the internet. Manage the installation of software and dependencies. This one. Yay, got it right. Alright. Webby. There is more package there is one more package manager, actually more of an anti-package manager. I want to introduce to you Webby. Webby lets you install command line tools directly from the web with no need for a traditional package manager like apt or brew. You don't need to install Webby itself at all. Instead, you just run a shell command that downloads and runs a given tool's official installer script. For Windows users, if you're using WSL Windows subsystem for Linux, you should follow the Linux instructions. Okay? Assignment. Let's install, is that LSD? LSD, a more modern version of LS. It's essentially LS with a bunch of extra features. Alright? Alright, go to Webby and look for the LSD LS Deluxe entry. Navigate to its page and select the correct instructions to install it on your system, Linux / WSL or macOS. You should simply need to copy and paste and run a single command in your terminal. Alright, so go to Webby. Okay, let's fucking put that at 200% so you guys can see. Alright. Can I fucking change the background to like black? Because that's bright as shit. Anyways, why Webby? Install mostly cross-platform tools, official builds quickly without sudo or admin, without a package manager, and without changing system file permissions. Alright, JavaScript, mobile backend, shell and scripting, generative AI, LLM, developer tools, Webby. Must-haves, Webby, CLI for web install dev, macOS and Linux package manager, brew, Boot.Dev, what is all this shit? Vim, okay, web install.dev. So Webby web install.dev Webby. Webby is how developers install their tools. Install Webby for macOS, Linux, Windows. Okay, Linux. Oh, okay. So it's the same for macOS and Linux. So copy this. Curl dash lowercase s capital H capital H. Curl dash lowercase s capital S https //webby.sh webby I. Okay, pipe that to sh and / source. Okay, updating Webby. Since Webby is just a smaller helper script, it always updates on each use. Files. Okay, cheat sheet. Webby is what you would have created if you automated how you installed your command tools yourself. Simple, direct downloads from official sources unpacked into squiggly that shit. Okay. Easy to remember, no magic, no nonsense, what you would have done for yourself. You can install exactly what you need from memory via URL. or URL. Okay, how to uninstall Webby. This right here. Okay, so let's go back here. Look for the LSD LS Deluxe entry. Navigate to its page. Alright. Did I not fucking get the correct one? Run LSD exactly as you. Yeah, I probably didn't copy the correct one. So LS Deluxe. Wait. Go to Webby and look for the LSD LS Deluxe entry. Navigate to its page and select the correct instructions to install it on your system. Okay. What is that? Oh, so I did get the right one. Install LS Deluxe. Let's copy again just in case. And then go to here, here, and then paste it. Enter. Alright. Okay. First one is done. Make sure LSD works by listing all the files in the World Bank private transactions directory. Alright. Listing all the files in World Bank private transactions directory. Let me go. See these nuts. Fucking Control Shift V. Let's go there. LS. I don't see nothing. Or LSD and then space Control Shift V. Nope. All right. All right. So actually, let's do copy because I don't want to fuck shit up. Paste this shit. Enter. Alright, it says greetings. So let's go to the top. It looks like you have successfully installed LSD via Webby. The error you are seeing, LSD will bin private transaction no such file or directory. This usually happens because of where you are currently standing in your terminal. Look closely at your prompt. Transactions. You already use CD to move into transactions folder. When you are already inside a folder, you don't need to type the full path again. If you ask LSD to look at World Bank private transactions while you're already inside, okay. So I need to fix this, move toward the final step of the assignment. Try running LSD by itself to see what files your current. Okay. All right, there we go. So it just a check box to check or what? What is that? It's the same as this shit over here. For the final requirement, remember you need to run the command on the World Bank private transactions directly, specifically while using the --tree and --classic flags. If you want to use the full path like that, you might need to cd back to your home directory first, or simply adjust your pathing based on where you are. What happens if you run the command using relative path? Okay, so go back to the steps. Make sure LSD works. Okay. Try running LSD with the --tree flag on the World Bank private directory. Alright, so LSD dash dash tree and the dash dash classic flags on the World Bank transaction directory. Paste the output into the field and submit it. Okay. And then LSD dash dash classic. Okay. Um. So it's showing the tree of everything that's in private. It has bin, CMD, customers, logs, transactions, backups, and inside there it's showing me. This is cool. Main go, and then the classic is bin command customers key dot text logs transactions. All right, so LSD tree is better. All right. Once the you should simply need to copy paste. Okay. Try running this. Run it again with both dash dash tree and classic flags on the World Bank private transactions directory. Alright, so CD into transactions. Okay, now let's do this, the tree, and do the classic. Alright. It says paste the output to the input field and submit it. The output should look something like that. Okay. Just the outputs. Alright. Paste and then paste that. Paste. Alright. And then submit it. Yay. Okay. Alright, optional icons. You must install a nerd font and update the font in your terminal settings for LSD to show icons. If you're using WSL, you will need to install the font on Windows itself, not WSL, and follow the specific instructions to download and configure the Windows terminal. Note on security. As a general rule, it's not smart to pipe a shell script from the internet directly into your terminal, because that script could do malicious things. That said, as long as you're doing it via HTTPS, which you are, and you trust the source in this case, webinstall.dev, it's not as big of a concern. If you want to hear more about this, here's the section of backend banter podcast episode where Webby's creator talks about it in more detail. Okay. Let's not do that. Let's exit from there and go on to the next one. Alright. VS Code and WSL in VS Code. Let's mark all as red. Alright. VS Code. Up to this point, in Boot.Dev, you've written code in Boot.Dev's in-browser editor, and you've used a standalone terminal. Now some developers do work inside the terminal and use terminal editor like NeoVim, but a lot of developers, myself included, prefer to use a hybrid GUI terminal interface or terminal experience. Enter VS Code. It's a fairly lightweight editor that's easy to use for beginners, but powerful enough for professionals. VS Code, not to be confused with Visual Studio, is the most popular code editor among developers today. Some other cool GUI editors include Zed. Oh, that's what you were talking about. I actually switched to Zed from VS Code recently. Cursor, IntelliJ IDEA, and some of the most popular terminal editors are NeoVim, Vim, and Emacs. I heard stay away from Emacs if you don't want to lose your pinky. A assignment: if you don't already have a preferred editor, install VS Code on your machine now. VS Code on my machine right now? Download for Linux, RPM. The open source AI code editor, your home, Visual Studio Code. Well, I have Microsoft Visual Studio fucking, not VS Code, uh, for my, what's it called? My fucking virtual machine. I have Windows 10. I use Kemu KVM on Virtual Machine Manager, and then I downloaded or installed Windows 10, and I downloaded that so I could do like fucking stuff. All right, I'm not gonna do that right now. Have you completed this step? All right, well it's telling me to do it. Download for Linux. What's the difference between the .dev and the RPM? Agents that build for you. Hand off tasks to AI agents autonomously plan, make code changes, run commands, and iterate until the job is done. For example, assign the CLI-based agent to triage and fix bugs. Okay. I'm probably gonna need it for the next courses, huh? Alright, the .dev. So which version? Let me actually put yes so I could get the full credit, full XP. Now, which version should I download? Or I'm just gonna say choose. The dot, excuse me, the DEB deb or dot fucking RPM. Was it RPM? And then yep, enter. It says that depends entirely on which Linux distro you are currently running. These two file extensions represent different package management systems. .deb is for Debian-based distributions. If you are using Ubuntu, Linux Mint, Kali, or Debian itself, this is the one you want. RPM is for Red Hat-based distributions. If you are using Fedora, CentOS, or RHEL, you should go with this one. If you aren't sure which one you have, you can run this command. Look for ID. Okay, I am on fucking Arch Linux. Alright. An Arch Linux user. In that case, neither the deb nor the RPM is native way to install the software on your system. Arch uses Pacman, okay. as its package manager the .pkg tar.zst files. Since VS Code is proprietary, you won't find it in the official repositories, but you have a few excellent options. Arch User Repository. This is the most common way for Arch users to install Visual Studio Code -bin package using the AUR like Yay or Paru. I have Yay already, so Yay that Visual Studio Code bin code OSS. This is the open source build of VS Code that is in the official community repositories. It is almost identical but lacks some proprietary branding and telemetry. Sudo pacman-s code. Flatpak. If you have Flatpak installed, which I do, you can get it from FlatHub. Alright, Flatpak install FlatHub com.visualstudio.code. For the most authentic VS Code experience on Arch, most apprentices prefer Visual Studio Code bin package from the AUR. So let me just do this one. I think I need a CD's nuts. CD back to home. Shift squiggly line. God damn it. There we go. And then try it again. It says, since the A is currently broken, you'll need to fix it or use a different method to install VS Code. Here are your best paths forward. The quickest fix, official repo, sudo pacman I'll just use this one. Rebuilding A. To fix A, you generally have to reinstall from source. Why did this happen? Arch is rolling release distribution when a core component like Pacman updates its libraries and AUR. Helpers like Yay or other AUR packages that rely on those specific library versions must be rebuilt. If you prefer to avoid the manual rebuild dance in the future, many Arch users prefer using Flatpak for the GUI applications like VS Codes as they bundle their own dependencies. Sudo pacman-flatpak, then whatever. I'll use this one. Alright. Alright, proceed, yes. 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 Alright. Meanwhile, it does this that. It's probably almost done right now. Oh, you, you've been commenting a lot, my bad. Alright, amore is Italian. Like, yeah, my love. Like calling someone my love. I didn't have LSD, just installed it via Octopi now. Type in lsd-3 to display current directory. My Linux distro Garuda set up Fish instead of Bash for the console terminal here. Fish is smarter and offers type complete. With Bash, we have to memorize everything. That's why I prefer using Octopi to install the package. I can decide right away if I wish to install optional packages like LSD optional from packages. Yeah, Z and VS Codium is an open source drop-in for VS Code, by the way. I also have Windows 10 LTSC IoT as a guest OS on VirtualBox. Alright. You should always prefer the native version of your distro. Don't install external apps if it's already available on your distro. Install Octopi from there. You can search for packages in an easier way. VS Codium is an excellent VS Code replacement, much easier to install. Alright, so I'm all caught up to your comments. Now, once I actually get more viewers and a shit ton of comments, then I'm not gonna be doing the same shit. Maybe just like shit. Low disk space. Your root partition is running out of disk space. It might be of space remaining 0%. Alright. Let me. How much? Yeah, okay. So there's no more free. That's why I didn't fucking install anything extra before. Let's see. Installation is complete. So now, fuck. Uh, now I'm gonna have to fix this. Uh, shit. No. Which fucking prompt was I doing this on? Console? No. This one, I think. Alright. I just installed VS Code. And now I am out of space in home folder. Home directory, I mean. Alright, that doesn't line up with your earlier number, so let's correct the assumption first. From your last df-h. Alright, you are not out of space in home. Wait. So one of these is happening. Most likely scenario, VS Code did not fill your home. Fuck you. I am paying. Alright, most likely scenario, VS Code did not fill your home directory. Instead, it triggers something like root, not home. Common cause extensions. Okay. Verify where you're actually full. Yep. And then a lot of the haters are gonna be like, "Oh, why don't you use the fucking Arch Wiki all the time?" No, fucker, I don't have time for everything. All right, let's see. I'm 100% on my root. Yep. All right, then paste. Let's see. Alright, root 30 gigs total, use 28, 0 free, root is full again, so home is completely fine. So VS Code didn't fill home, it pushed something into root over limit. What just happened? Important, you had 6 gigs free. Installing VS Code likely triggered Electron runtime dependency extensions auto install, language servers, node, Python, etc. Temporary build cache files. That's easily consume several gigabytes temporarily. Since root is only 30 gigs, you hit 100%. Immediate fix. Free space now. Need to clear space, so clean Pacman cache aggressively. Sudo pacman, okay, type Y twice. This will likely free 2 to 3 gigs immediately. Clean the journal again. Okay, so I'm gonna do this again. Sudo pacman that. Alright. Then I'm gonna clean my journal. Sudo journal ctl dash dash vacuum size 200 megabytes. Alright. 3. Check var lib, very likely culprit now. Sudo do. Okay. Look for something large, containers, flatpak, etc. Okay. Look for something large, containers, flatpak. Okay, so this right here. Quick scan of root. Sudo do max depth. Alright. Paste. 807 opt. Mount. 6.8 on var. 6.8 gigs. On this one, let's see, 5.8 gigs is the most. And on here is var. Alright. You are now doing system updates, installing dev tools, VS Code, possibly extension runtimes. This is developer workstation behavior, and 30 gigs root is too small for that. At this point, no more guessing. You've now hit root limit twice in real scenarios. Large system update, installing development tools. That's your proof. Okay. Your real options now. Optional A. Keep 30 gigs as manual survival point. You must constantly clean the cache, Pac-Man. Okay, high maintenance. Option B, expand the root. I'm gonna have to. Uh, shit. Okay, increase to 60. Then VS Code installs have no issue. Honest assessment. You've crossed from learning system basics into using Arch as a real workstation. Okay, your system usage has changed. Your partition size hasn't. What I recommend now. Step 1, urgent run. Sudo pacman. Okay. Confirm space. Let's do this. Because I already did this part. Now that I cleared some stuff. Let's see. Usage. Okay. Have available 8.1 gigs now. Alright, so that's better. Decide to keep managing manually or resize the root once and be done. Nah, I'm gonna leave it. I think 8.1 gigs should be enough if I update my fucking system again, right? This is no longer theoretical. Your system has demonstrated 30 gigs of root is insufficient for your workflow. Not opinion, not guessing. Observe behavior. No, I'll come back to this later. Since I have plenty of space now. Visual Studio has been fucking alright, actually let me do this one more time. Just so that I use ChatGPT to fucking remember everything for me, because obviously I'm not gonna remember. Let's go to ChatGPT, go back to that prompt, paste it. Ah, fuck. Alright. Come on, Firefox, you could do it. Alright. Alright, good recovery. This confirms the pattern. Before the cleanup 100% full. After cleanup 20 gigs use 8.1 free. Now it's to 72%. Pac-Man removed. Okay, freed some space. Key inside. This is important part. Says your root is not too small for running the system. It only temporarily spikes during installs updates. So You have 3 valid paths. Option 1, current approach, manual control. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to like get in the habit of manually fucking. I know it's kind of tedious, but I want to manually fucking like if it needs clearing of any of the caches, anything at all, just so I can have more space in my route. I want to do it manually so that I'm not actually fucking wasting any space in my SSD. Alright, so root gets tight after big installs. Okay. Pros, learn like it's giving me more incentive to do it this way. You learn system behaviors, you will hit this again. I know. And then it gives me more options and stuff. I can walk you through expanding the root safely using LVM without reinstalling. Nope, not yet. Nope, I'm not there yet. I don't have that much stuff installed yet. Alright, let's get back to the task at hand. What is this? Where was I? This is at 200%, right? Oh, I know what happened. Alright, let me minimize this shit, put it towards the right, and this shit was full screened. Alright, there we go. So I installed it. Next, the last one, WSL and VS Code. Alright. How am I doing on time? I try to do that as fast as I can. I'm in an hour and 22 minutes. Let's just finish the whole fucking course on this stream. Have you completed this step? Okay, so WSL in VS Code. If you're on Mac or Linux, non-WSL, you can skip this step. However, if you're using WSL, you need to set up VS Code to work in WSL. This will allow you. Alright, so it's this same VS Code shit. Alright. But I'm gonna go through it in case you guys are not on Linux and you guys are Windows. So I'm just gonna read it and go through it, and then I'm just gonna put yes. So, course completed. You finished the Learn Linux course. 30.89% of members have completed this course. So I'm on the top 31% of people. All right, Learn Linux, May 3rd, 2026. XP, level up. Keep going. Level 26, almost to 27. Rate the course. Alright, there we go. Alright, if you're on Mac, Linux, you can skip the step. However, if you're on... Okay. This will allow you to use the full power of your Linux file system with VS Code. Assignment, open VS Code and navigate to the extension. So this is for you Windows users. Open VS Code and navigate to the extension menu on the left-hand toolbar. Search for WSL and install the extension created by Microsoft. In the very bottom left corner of VS Code, where you should, there should be a whatever Asian eye remote. It looks like Asian eyes, don't it? Like, or whatever. Someone closing their eyes in like South Park. Remove button. Click on that and select Connect WSL using the distro and select Ubuntu. You should now have a new WSL ready VS Code editor. You can close the other VS Code window. I recommend pinning this to the window to your taskbar so that you can always open the WSL enabled version of VS Code in one click. You won't have access to your Linux file system if you're in regular VS Code window, so I'd just avoid it completely. Alright, and then select File, Open Folder, navigate to your World Bank directory, open it. You should see all your files from directories in the sidebar. On the left, you now have an editor that you can use for the future projects. Alright, for more detailed instructions, see the VS Code WSL extension getting started page. Congrats on completing the course. Alright, let's go to dashboard. So I'm guessing VS Code is gonna be part of future courses because it literally just told me. So now we're gonna build a book bot in Python. Chapters, setup, data analysis, and report. So there's 4, 6, and 2 here. There's 12 total. All right. Learn Git, learn object-oriented programming. I'm guessing a lot of this, like build asteroids, a lot of this stuff I'm gonna be doing in VS Code. Build AI agent, learn Go. If I have to install more stuff like I don't know, maybe Docker or fucking Go or whatever, then I'm gonna run into the whole space issue with my root folder, and then I'll extend it. It's at 30 right now, so I'm not gonna double it. I'm probably gonna extend it to 40, and then when that shit starts causing me problems, I'll extend it to 50. Little increments, not fucking big ass increments and shit. Trying to be super efficient with my SSD, even though like I don't really need to. On this fucking PC, I have what 2.5 gigs of fucking storage, one SSD. Like, just so you guys know, I know I LSDF on the terminal. I could show you guys. LS fucking dash DF, right? DF. Nope. LS. Ah, fuck. Forgot. I'll just. Oh, it's DF dash H. All right, there we go. So my file system is right here. Also, let me put this off to the side. So this is like the Dolphin is like for Microsoft Windows is fucking uh like your file folder uh program, so you could view all your files and shit. Anyways, 30 gigs internal drive. This is my root folder or directory. 250 gigs internal drive. That is my home folder. 1.5 terabytes is the rest of it, which I use to download my video games. All right, all my video games and stuff. That's what I use. The 1.5 terabytes. Now my second SSD is a whole terabyte, and I use that whole thing for my virtual machine. And then I currently have only Windows 10, but in the future I have it dynamically fucking set up so it partitions, so like not partitions, but like if I download more stuff onto that SSD, which if I ever in the future like want to test out other distros, that's what I'm gonna use my fucking virtual machine shit for, and set up multiple fucking OSs or distros to use. Uh, like if I want to test out fucking Debian, Ubuntu, whatever, anything, I'm gonna put it on my virtual machine because I'm gonna stick with just my Arch Linux fucking uh, distro and KDE Plasma 6. But if I want to like dip, kind of taste it, kind of like check it out, that's what I have my 1 terabyte of fucking storage for. Uh, Separate SSD. 1 gig of internal drive. That is the boot for my second SSD, right? 1 gig's internal drive. What is this for? Linux Lux. Arch. This is my removable device. This is where I have the Arch ISO. Um, I don't use Ventoy. I just use fucking what is the program name? Bootstrap? No, not Bootstrap. What's the fucking name? Let me try to remember. I'm having a brain fart. I use goddamn. What's the other one? Not Ventoy. Um, Balena Etcher. There we go. That was bothering the shit out of me. Anyways, over here on my console, let me close this. It's kind of the same. Over here, this tells you everything, how I have everything set up. Alright, so the file system, dev, run, all that stuff. Here's the sizes. So, let's see, my root folder, 30 gigs. This is my first SSD, right? This is for the boot. This is my home. I mount it for my second SSD. Vault group, the home, data. This is just what it's named. Let's see. I don't have the other one on. I have to unlock it. Fucking. I have it set up so that I input the password once, and it opens up both my SSD because it's encrypted with Lux. But I had it set up so that I have to at least like after I enter, like I have to use my password again to open up my SSDs all the way up. Alright, so let me do that. Alright, now it says it's closed, but I click it and it's actually open. So now I could fucking go into also my virtual manager and then see how it asks me again for my password. Now I could actually go into my virtual machine, Kemu, KVM, connecting, double click it. Alright. There we go. Windows 10 is right there. Right now that virtual machine, that computer's shut off. If I double click it, it'll go into it. And then I press play and then it loads up Windows 10. It boots into it like fucking normal for you Windows users. Hold on. Now I have it set up so I have 32 gigs of RAM, right? So I have it set up so that it uses half of 32, 16 gigs. So then whenever I'm using this, it splits the RAM 16, 16. I had it set up for 8, but it was running slowish. So I'm like, whatever, 32 gigs is more than enough to run everything. So now just to mention, if I upgrade it, or when I upgrade to 64. Alright, so there we go. Alright, now let me just turn it off. Turn it off. I could turn it off this way too. Shut down. Shut down anyway. And then it's gonna black out. So this is my virtual machine, and then I can have my Arch Linux fucking main system open with fucking Microsoft. Oh, not Microsoft. With Firefox. Jesus. Like all this shit works in the background, right? And then I could close this, close that, close this, and then here's my actual Arch Linux fucking uh desktop fucking live wallpaper and shit. Matrix. Anyways, um that's it. That's all. I'm not gonna go any further. Oh shit! I'm in position 1 of 25 league members. Fuck you guys! I'm not flipping you guys off, my viewers. I'm flipping them off. I'm like to everyone else. So fuck you, Shane. I fucking finally in first position in the league members. Thunderbird League expires in 7 days. Top league learners 5. Fuck! I'm fifth here. I'm only first place on the daily learners. They're gonna catch up by the end of the day. Anyways, yeah, this Boot.Dev is pretty fucking cool. Let's see if you wanna get like the what is the billing? Shit, if you guys go to Boot.Dev, let's see if you guys want to. Let's take the dashboard part off. Enter. Nah, it just goes there. Alright, maybe I have to open in incognito mode or private window and Boot.Dev and then enter. Alright, so if you guys want to fucking get it you guys yourself, either the backend path or the DevOps fucking path. For businesses, for schools, over here. Let's see. Demo. No, let's not demo it. Sign in. No, let's not do that. Businesses. Alright, pricing. Pricing. Alright, so if you guys want to get it, it's $350 for the yearly membership. That's how much I paid for it. You know they're always giving out like the coupons or the fucking 25% off shit. I think the actual price is 25% more, and they like whichever code that you use always gives you 25% off, and then it's actually the actual price stays at 350 a year. But it's still cheaper than going to college for multiple semesters, a year, 2 years, 4 years to learn how to fucking do this shit. You don't need a degree to fucking learn this shit. You don't need to go to college for it. Um, it's just a piece of paper. I'm going for the bachelor's degree. Yes, I know, but I'm a U.S. Marine Corps veteran, and I'm using my educational benefits. And I'm not paying out of pocket, basically. So, um, anyways, I paid for this myself, and it's a lot more useful than going to college and shit. Now, for other languages and shit, other different stuff that obviously it doesn't fucking have all the everything, um, then yeah. If you're gonna go to college, go for something in the STEM field, in finance, in law, or in the medical field. Um, Other than that, college is scam. But yeah, for $350, it's good. Um, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I need a break. Now let me actually open my selector, my screen capture mode. Let me change it to so you guys could just see that. Alright, save. Still streaming. It's been an hour and 40 minutes of me monologuing. Alright, now I'm gonna, before I exit, I'm gonna read your comments right here. If you're still viewing this, you deserve it. Alright, let's see. Yikes, I also have 15 gigs free for my root partition. Bleach bit might help getting free space. I have to take 1 day to transfer my Linux installation to a bigger partition. You can run Linux live CD and use a partition manager to resize your Linux root partition. Yeah, that's what I did before. My problem, I've installed my Linux in a very old and small SSD, only 60 gigs. I still need to reserve a day to transfer my Linux Garuda to my bigger SSD, 100 gigs for it. I only have my Linux Garuda Windows only as a virtual machine. You have Ventoy in a 64 gigs pen drive. You love Ventoy, my actual data is on a hard drive. The LTSC/IoT version is much lighter, especially for virtual machine emulation. Alright. Alright, man. Blastoderm, you've been awesome. Anyone else viewing this, make sure you follow, subscribe my channels. I live stream on all 4 channels, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, and Twitch. And then go to my YouTube, I have playlists organized for Boot.Dev and my Gamer to Engineers series. Also on Rumble, except I don't. They don't have like playlists so you can organize shit, but it's there too. You just need to look for the videos and stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. Hopefully we'll learn something together. If not, hopefully I entertained you. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.